enthusiasts, who want to know about algorithms. So what is the objective of this meetup? Why are we here? I mean, we have a very clear objective why we are here. The first objective is to have a focused group of algo traders and algo enthusiasts under one roof, which I have been harping on. Second, to pass on the algo-specific knowledge and to have a continuous learning. We all know someone was, I think most of you were part of the WhatsApp group that we have created. And we have had numerous posts. So someone is talking about Amy Broker and half of the people don't know what we are talking about. Someone is talking about Python and half of the people don't know what we are talking about. So when we collectively discuss knowledge, I think we'll be at one platform, and maybe we also will not get overwhelmed by someone is talking something too much in detail. So we want everyone to be in one platform, and we want to continuously share knowledge so that we can go take a few steps further in algorithmic trading. And the third and the most important objective is to fortify conviction about algo trading. Half of the people who started algo trading 5 years ago, I think some of them vanished. They thought, okay, that's not for me, or this is not what we should do, or they're not clear about SEBI guidelines, they are not clear about authenticity, legality of algo trading. We are here to clear all the doubts. We are here to demystify all your doubts and have a platform where we can think clearly and build our conviction on algo trading. Boss, it is for us. We can do something. We can make money out of algo trading. We can make wealth out of algo trading. So this graph represents the trading volume at NYSE. Currently, it is 84% of the trades, 84% of the volume. So I'm emphasizing on the word volume. 84% of the volume is traded by algo, and 16% is others, which is non-algo. Now in NYSE, the total number of trades, around 70% are fired by algo, and 30% are manual trades. Okay. Now let's compare and contrast it with what's happening here in India. At NSE, we have 65% of the trading volume by algorithms. 65% of the volume is algorithm driven, whereas 35% volume is others. Now let's come to total trades. So the number of trades which are fired by algorithms are only 10%. Now see the difference. So maybe we have 60% of volume which is driven by algorithms, but number of trades only 10%, and 90% of the trades are manual trades. Okay. So when I say number of trades is like when an institutional broker punches an order via algo, and which is like 10 lakh Reliance or 50 lakh Nifty, that's the volume that it creates, but the trade is one. So when I'm talking about number of trades, I hope you can compare and contrast. It's the number of trades happening in India through algorithmic trading are very less right now. And we all here as a crowd agree that India is in the making of a matured market. If we are the ones who are going to be a matured market in future, don't you think this pie is going to enlarge? And if this pie is going to enlarge, don't you think some of us or most of us will be part of this pie? And that's why we are here. Okay. I think this slide is for my journey in algorithmic trading. I'll just tell you about myself. I'm Devang Zaveri. I'm a chartered accountant. I spent 18 years in corporate life. Before joining algorithmic trading firm, as in I co-founded dravyaniti.com with Vivek. So before doing that, I was a banker and I was head of IT for a couple of banks, RBS and Rabobank. And the slide here is actually showing why I'm here. So I had a habit of gazing at the sky. So I used to gaze at the sky. I didn't really, it didn't mean anything to me. These were all some bright points for me. I used to gaze at it. And then after a few weeks, I started realizing it's making some sense. Then I focused more and more, and I could see some patterns in the sky. I focused more and more, I could see some constellations. Then I could see, with respect to the movement of moon, what the sky taught to me. That's when was my eureka moment, when I understood that I have various data points in the market, and if these data points, if I focus well, it'll make sense to me. So that's how the first, I would say, the seed of algorithmic trading got into me. And this is what my son did to me. I always used to look at the Rubik Cube, and I always found it very difficult to solve. And I would look at the front face of the Rubik Cube, and I'll try, okay, this has 7 colors of, this has 7 reds. I'll try to put all the red on top and fail miserably. And then I saw my son's friend. He could solve Rubik Cube like this. I said, okay, there's something wrong. I'm not getting it right. And rather than looking at the Rubik Cube just on the surface, I tried seeing it all the facets of the Rubik Cube. So now it was not a single dimension, it was multi-dimension. So now when I look at the Rubik Cube, I have in mind what's happening on this side, what's happening on this side, what's happening at the bottom. So then the next step I took, I started solving the Rubik Cube, having all the facets in mind, and I could solve the Rubik Cube in 1.5 hours to 2 hours. But I still could solve it. Then I started digging further, and I got to know there were rules. I mean, you see this L, F, R, B, D, U. There's some set rules to solve a Rubik Cube. When I started focusing on the rules, I could solve the Rubik Cube anything between 14 to 16 step. So that's all it took. That was the next eureka moment, that anything that has a rule, and if you do by rules, you solve it. You get it there. And that's what algorithmic trading is about. That's what made me leave my job and get myself fully focused into algorithmic trading. With this, I'll introduce to our speaker, Shubham. Is he here? Okay. Okay. Before getting to our speaker, there are some prominent personalities or participants who've made it here, and we really want to commemorate them. Kiran Sagarkar, MD, Reliable Software. Round of applause for him. Anil Gelani, SVP, DSP BlackRock, board member of CFA Society. Thank you, Anil. Siddharth Verma, Director, Head of FX and Market Electronic Trading, Deutsche Bank. Chintan Thakkar, Global Markets Trading and Consulting. Uttam Bagri, Promoter Director, BCB Brokerage Private Limited, and he is also Director of the BSE Forum. Manish Jain, Co-founder, MP Software. Vishal Mehta, Client Specialist, Reuters. Prashant Shah, Co-founder, DefineEdge. Snehal Soni, Product Head, Algo, Edelweiss Broking. Faiz Memon, Founder, Fidelity.